joined us, is visiting. A little while ago, you mentioned Martin Sheen. He's been doing a commercial which pays well to the Sheen family because his son Charlie is in the commercial.
I saw it. He lost it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He deserved to lose it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the American people are, as you said, we have the biggest heart in the world.
Yeah.
We're the only nation really with a heart. Anytime there's an earthquake or anything, there we are. But you know what? They're not stupid. In the long run, they say, why should we continue to support people that are against our country?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with them.
Okay. People are calling Mr. Lindley. Believe it or not, that guy's name is Lindley Smith. I know, it sounds fake. Nobody's named Smith anymore, but that's his name, this guy in the control room.
Really?
Yeah. And he says, people are calling. They want to know, where is Pat appearing? All right. I'll tell you, Mrs. Cooper. I'll tell you. Saturday, April 19th, the John Harms Theater in Englewood, New Jersey. Saturday, May 17th, the Patriots Theater at the War Memorial in Trenton, New Jersey. And we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to John Harms Theater. And all you have to do is let us know where to send them. We'll find out. Let's take a call, Pat, okay? Suzanne from New York. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Yes, great to talk to Pat Cooper. We miss you.
Thank you.
Your old Doral days in Manhattan, New York City.
Oh, God love us. I loved it out there.
Oh, yes.
With the Momandos.
Exactly.
Wonderful people.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Mr. Cooper, you know, you're brilliant. You really don't know how much influence. You say it like it is, and it's truth, and you use logic and common sense. Like you said, the UN, we agree. I agree. I feel the UN should be in Libya. They're anti-American, and Bush has got to have more moxie and get going with this. Because look at how our military men and women feel sitting there, 200,000 troops. When are we going to go? When are we not going to go? We're going to give them more time. We were in the first Gulf War. This man's loaded with chemicals of biological, etc. We don't have to speak about that. And like I said, we're in the war mode. The Hollywood left, anti-war. Like you said, not now. We're in a war mode. We have to back this president and get going.
We have no choice. If we had a choice, I would say, fine. There's no choice. You got a man here who's saying, hey, this has got to be done. And we can't now be listening to people at the UN. We'll be ice skating on water for the rest of our life. He's got to go in there and get this guy out. Or this guy's got to turn around. If he's smart, he would quit and get out of there, if he's smart. Because they're talking already with the generals of the Iraqi army, you know, figuring that if they try that MOA bomb, these guys will give up in 2 seconds. Trust me. This is the strongest country in the world. We don't have to ice skate on water. We can tell them, hey, you bullies are not going to bully this country. We got more important things to do in America than to waste our time with your nonsense. If you're going to get gas, we're going to whack you right out. And if you think we're going to help you with your country again, goodbye. It's over.
All right, let's say hello to Rich in New Jersey. Go ahead, Rich. You're on WOR.
Yes, Bob, good afternoon. Pat, you're a legend, man. I love you. You really should think about running for politics.
Oh, God, give me a break.
Now, I'll tell you something. I'm serious. You know, what most of these politicians, most of them don't use is common sense. Everything you've said is common sense, and you say it as it is. And the way it should be, and God, I'd love to see you. Oh, man, would I love to see you.
All right, Rich, we thank you very much.
Richie, thank you.
Thank you.
Joe in Brooklyn. Go ahead, Joe.
Joey.
Yes, Pat?
Attaboy.
I love you, Pat. You're great. You should be the president.
No, give me a break.
Pat, let me ask you a tough question,
Go ahead.
which you can't get anybody to answer, and I think you're the only one that loves this country enough to give a straight answer. Now, if you remember, Harry Truman, a Democrat,
Right.
made the tough decision, which everybody second guesses now, about dropping the bar.
No, everybody doesn't second guess.
Well,
Peter Jennings is not everybody.
All right, now, here's the question, Pat. We had a Democrat president named Roosevelt.
One of the best.
Okay. Now, he made a decision to intern Japanese, Germans, and Italians during World War II.
Right.
Now, I agree with you, Pat. I can't understand why people are saying that we're afraid that we're going to be attacked in this country, like you said, maybe with an atomic bomb delivered by Osama bin Laden, and we don't have the guts to do what we should be doing now, exactly what Roosevelt did. I'd like to ask your opinion. Do you think we should be interning Arab American Muslims in this country now, Pat?
No.
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 Why not?
I don't think that's the right thing to do. That's not going to solve a problem. The problem is right now, in my opinion, is Mr. Bush is going to say Sunday is the 17th of March. Yeah, it's over and that's it.
Yeah,
because we start putting people away in camps here. Now it gets out of control. We got to let the people know that this country is not going to put nobody in camps. We're going to do what we got to do. And then if they start to play games in this country, we got enough people to take care of it. You don't want to put, hey, listen, the Japanese, the only thing that hurts me is the Japanese, years ago, hey, you got to make enemies. There's got to be hate coming out of those things with the camps. I tell you, the Italians were giving up just to come to California. They came over here. They were in a hurry to come to California, the Italians. Listen to me. When Hitler asked Mussolini for shells, he sent him macaroni. You see, that's the whole story here. That's why the Italians would give up and come to California, and they were living great. They were living great. But right now, I don't think we should get anybody and put them on a camp. I don't think so. That's not right. You know what's going to cost you billions of dollars to put these guys in camp? You're going to make enemies within. What we got to do is try to get the Muslim people here to understand us and help us and get rid of these tyrants. That's what we got to do. Teach those people of that culture that these tyrants got to get out of town. That's what we got to do. We can't be bullied anymore.
All right.
Thank Joey.
Pat, someone says that you said Monday, that Sunday was the 17th. Monday's the 17th.
I apologize.
All right, he apologizes, folks. See, if you want to find out if you've got people listening, just say something that isn't quite correct, and you learn that you've got people listening.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
I live and learn. So I can make a lot of mistakes. I'll be getting calls every 2 seconds.
Pat Cooper, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue with Pat. It's a great event for me to have Pat in our studio. I haven't seen him in a long time. We did talk on the phone a couple of weeks ago. Right now, though, we're going to go. So he called now for a personal visit to view a variety of choices. All right, let's see. Brian from New Jersey, you're on WOR. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, here's a real smack in the face. The UN, our buddies, put Iraq to head a committee on disarmament. Get that.
I know, it's stupid, makes no sense. And Libya is the head of a committee on terrorism.
Right.
Yeah.
What are they going to do, send inspectors over here by us and make us rid ourselves of weapons of mass destruction?
Guess what, Brian? You are going to win the 2 tickets because that was a great observation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what you do, Brian, is give Lindley your name and address so that we'll know where to send the 2 tickets to Pat's show, which will be at the John Harms Theater in Englewood, New Jersey on April 19th, okay?
Sounds good. I can't wait.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Come backstage.
Okay.
Please.
All right, Lindley, you get the gentleman, Brian, you'll get his address. Okay. 1-800-321-8828 is our telephone number, 1-800-321-8828. Gary in Bensonhurst, go right ahead. Gary.
Pat, I remember when you had your talking shoes holding court on 86th Street. I remember the cover of the album, Pat, you and the...
All right, this guy is putting on an act. He wants to plug some wannabe, some never was. There has-beens and never was. He wants to plug somebody. And I could tell right away, you're putting on the fake thing. You know what? There's some people
very unhappy
that I really would love to get a hold of. I really would love to get a hold of.
What are they going to do? They got nothing else to do.
Too bad a certain Bonanima family chief is gone, because if he were still around... Hey, Joey, this is... Anyway, I shouldn't talk that way. All right, who do we have here? Brian? Are you there, Brian? Brian was the guy who won. That's right. Do we have Gary now? Is Gary on the line?
Gary was that idiot.
Oh, okay. All right, they're going to talk to them. Pat, we were talking a little while ago about the people who've gotten involved. You mentioned this Garofalo. I don't even know what she does. If she walked in here, I wouldn't even know who it is. That's how famous she is.
Well, that's what bothers me. Here's a girl that's not really hit the home run yet, is becoming a star, and she's getting involved with something that she really don't understand. Because when she was on Fox News a couple of days ago, she came off very bad. And then I can't believe that Bill O'Reilly put her on and turned me down. That's an insult.
What?
They turned me down and got Jeannie Garofalo. And Bill, if you're listening to me, I can't believe you, pal. I got more to say than that girl will ever say. And remember that.
He wanted to have people...
Well, I don't know if he wanted personally. I was called up to see if I can get on the show, because I like the show, and I like your show. And they said, well, no, not right now, but they put Jeannie Garofalo, who's a bore, who has nothing to say, who doesn't get involved, and this man puts her on. I can't understand Bill O'Reilly sometimes. As brilliant as he's supposed to be, that's as dumb as he's supposed to be. I don't understand you, Bill. Pay attention. Put the people on that got things to say, that are not afraid to jump into the water. That bothers me. That bothers me.
Well, if you want him to talk about you, all you have to do is attack him, and he'll talk about you.
Well, I don't have to attack him. You know, hey, there are a lot of things I like what he says, a lot of things he don't, but that's okay. But don't turn me down for Jeannie Garofalo. Turn me down for someone that's got something to say that's more important. Don't waste that woman on the air. She's a pain in the neck, and she's a bore. A bore. You know, I don't go on the Lettermans no more. I don't go on the... You know why? I get this. You intimidate. I intimidate what? What do I intimidate? David Letterman, you know, I did his show 3 times. That was the end of me. I intimidate. Conan O'Brien, I intimidate. Jay Leno don't want no part of me. I intimidate. And the reason I said I'm not going to go on this show, that's over. God, hey, I had a great career. I'm still going great. But you know, who are these people? Who are these people to turn around and say, well, he's not... See, I'm not in the clique. I don't belong in the clique. See, there's a clique of people. There's a Rosie O'Donnell's, another slut chim. You know what a slut chim is? Rosie O'Donnell is a girl there. I mean, she could trip on her head, and they'll all... And she'll never get hurt. Never get hurt. They can say, well, you know, I'm a lesbian now, I'm going to have a love child. And I'm saying, well, Rosie, if you can have a love child, why don't you take the sperm? Why should somebody else take the sperm? But she's going to have a love child. And the American people sit there and go, oh, isn't that wonderful? How can you have a love child with somebody else's sperm that you ain't got in your body or your girlfriend's body? I don't understand that. Would somebody explain that to me, a love child? We got Ellen DeGeneres, and a funny girl, everything's nice, but now, she fell on her rear end twice. She come off terrible, in my opinion. She's now the center square of Hollywood Squares. The center square. I said, is that America? Where is she? She's in the center square. Now she's going to get her own talk show. All right? Robert Downey Jr., he puts things in his arms and his nose and his head, and he keeps getting movies. I turn around and dip the bread in the sauce. I'm a Looney Tune. I don't understand it. I don't understand society. I don't understand my business. I don't understand my business. But you know what it is? I'm not in the clique. I'm not in the clique. And when you're not in the clique, they push you aside because they're afraid of you that you're liable to say something that makes sense. They don't want to hear sense. I've been called the time bomb. I've been called a guy that has a nervous breakdown. I said, no, I got things to say, and I learn off my mistakes. And we got people out there that don't belong, in my opinion, on television. They don't belong. Now you got the American Idol. You got this other idiot from England coming over here insulting these kids. Why put these kids out in the first place? This slut that he is. Who is he? Somebody's going to break his head one day. He's an arrogant piece of garbage, and we put him on our television. We got American people here who need a job, for crying out loud. Why you get this idiot? He's an idiot. The man is an idiot because he's abusive to people that don't have brains enough to get off the television. You don't belong on there. What the hell are you doing on television? You know, singing with your finger in your nose. Get off. And why does the networks allow that, seeing these young kids being abused like this? That's abuse. That's abuse. You people should turn around and shut the damn shit off on these people. Don't buy the products from the people that support these kind of shows, the American Idol. All of a sudden, these guys in 6 minutes going to become big stars. Big stars in 6 minutes. I'm in this business over 40 years. I'm still a semi-name. You got to earn the right. You got to earn the right. These people ain't earned the right. It's a hype job. A lot of hype jobs here. That's what it's all about.
What is this American Idol? What is that?
They got these people come on. They all want to be who's going to be the best singer, the best dancer, or whatever what the hell that is. And these three guys, Paula Abdul, this guy, what I can't even think of his name, this arrogant man, and he turns around and they judge you. And he's been insulting to a lot of these young kids. He goes, you're terrible, you're abusive, how dare you get on top? Why did you put him on in the first place? Why is this man on that stage, this young kid, who can't, it's embarrassing. If you watch it, it's terrible. You're seeing young people make a fool of themselves, and what happens, the network is making a fool of themselves to allow that.
Well, hey, look, we have low standards. Look, Jerry Springer.
Okay,
I mean, you know, need I say more?
He got insulted that they weren't going to make him the Senate. You know, he was going to run for Senate, and they took a poll. I think one person said, that's about, you know, but that's America. That's America.
Larry Flint would be the only guy to vote for him in Ohio.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But hey, this is what people want. You see some of these boxing matches now, it's no longer the art of self-defense. They're hitting each other with chairs. I mean, you see somebody say, on pay-per-view, these guys are knuckling each other, kicking each other in the groin, and biting and kicking and thing, and we're going, hooray, and they're eating popcorn. They're eating popcorn. This is going back to Caesar's days. This is the Lions and the Catholics all over again. And I'm not a prude. I like to see a good boxing match with Roy Jones boxing and doing. I like the art of self-defense, but they start picking up chairs and biting each other. And the kids are going crazy. They love all this. I'm saying, look, that's the future. I couldn't carry a wooden pistol. My father would have killed me. You get no toys, gun toys. He says, you know what you're going to get? The zucchini. You put the zucchini in your pocket and shut up. That's your gun.
Straight ahead, everybody.